The scent hit me first. A sharp, artificial sweetness laced with jasmine. A perfume so distinct it always felt like her signature. Usually, it greeted me like a warm embrace at the door, an unspoken announcement of her arrival. But tonight, the air felt different. Heavy. Charged. The kind of tension you can feel prickle against your skin. She stood there in the dim light of the hallway, her silhouette glowing with an almost unnatural brightness. Her smile stretched too wide, her eyes too bright, like she was vibrating with a barely contained energy. In her hand, she held a single sheet of paper aloft, a strange kind of triumph in her stance. "Look," she burst out, her voice pitched high and trembling on the edge of excitement. "I got it! I finally got it!" I stepped inside, my body sagging with the weight of a long day. The office's harsh fluorescent lights had left my head pounding, and all I wanted was a quiet evening. Still, I mustered a smile, swallowing my exhaustion. "Got what?" I asked, my voice softer than I intended. She thrust the paper toward me, practically shoving it into my chest. An official-looking letter, the company's logo emblazoned at the top, with one word standing out in bold: promotion. My stomach twisted. I knew how hard she'd been working for this. Late nights, missed dinners, canceled plans, all in pursuit of this very moment. I should have been happy for her. I wanted to be happy for her. "Oh, Brittany, that's amazing," I said, pushing warmth into my tone, even as a strange unease coiled inside me. She was practically glowing with excitement. I knew I could do it. They finally saw my potential. She started pacing the living room, her heels clicking against the hardwood floor in a sharp, rhythmic beat that grated against my frayed nerves. I watched her. The way her body moved. The way her hair fell in waves around her face. Lately, she'd seemed different, brighter, but not in the way joy makes you shine. This was something else. Something feverish. Too intense. I reached for the letter again, pretending to study it. "So, what does this new role entail?" I asked carefully. "More responsibilities, I assume?" She stopped pacing, her eyes glittering. "So much more. It's a project manager role. I'll be leading an entire new team, working directly with—" She hesitated, her gaze flickering away from mine. "Some very important people." The unease flared again. My eyes dropped to the bottom of the page, scanning the fine print. And then I saw it. My breath caught. "Brittany," I said slowly, my voice suddenly cold and steady. "Look at the date." She waved a dismissive hand. "What about it? It's just the date they issued the promotion. What's the big deal?" My heart pounded harder. "It says June 12th. Today is October 15th. The room seemed to close in on us. Her smile wavered, her face draining of color. The paper slipped from her fingers, fluttering to the floor. "What? What are you saying?" she whispered. "The letter's 4 months old, Brittany." My voice was tight, controlled. "Why are you only showing it to me now? Why didn't we celebrate back? Then? Why did you keep this a secret?" Her mask cracked. I saw it. The flicker of panic in her wide eyes, the way her body tensed like a trapped animal. I can explain, but I wasn't sure I wanted to hear it. The cold, hard knot in my chest tightened with every breath I took. My voice shook as I spoke, but the words poured out, laced with anger and hurt. "Explain. Explain how you could lie to me for 4 months. Explain the late nights, the hushed phone calls, the new clothes, the change in you. Explain why I suddenly feel like I don't even know the woman I've been married to for 8 years. My voice grew louder, each word cutting through the silence like shards of glass. She stood frozen, her face pale, her lips trembling. "It's not what you think," she began, but I cut her off, my patience long gone. "Oh, I think I understand perfectly, Brittany. You've been caught, and now you're scrambling to find a way out. But you're a terrible liar, and the proof is right here." I walked to the fireplace and placed the crumpled letter on the mantel, my hand steady despite the storm raging inside me. When I turned back to face her, her whole body was shaking. "Why did you bring it home?" I demanded, my voice soft but dangerous. "After all your plotting and planning, you made one simple mistake. You got careless. You brought that letter home, and now everything is falling apart." Tears welled in her eyes, and she took a shaky step toward me. "Please, just listen to me." But I pulled away, the disgust rising in my throat like bile. "I don't want to hear it, Brittany. I don't want to hear another one of your lies. You broke my trust, our trust, and I don't think I can ever forgive you for that." The phone rang then, the sound sharp and jarring in the thick tension. Brittany didn't move. She just stood there, eyes wide with fear and something else, something I couldn't quite place. I picked up the phone. "Hello? Mr. Harrison? This is Mr. Thompson from Human Resources. I'm calling to inform you that your wife, Brittany Harrison, has been terminated from her position due to a breach of company policy." I glanced at her. She had heard every word. Her face crumpled as her world collapsed around her. "What exactly was the breach?" I asked, my voice cold and steady. "We have evidence that she's been using company resources for personal gain, and that she falsified documents. We also have proof of an inappropriate relationship with one of the company's managers." My grip on the phone tightened. I looked at Brittany, the blood drained from her face, her body trembling. I kept my voice calm. "Thank you for the update." As I placed the phone back on the counter, I turned to her, my expression as cold as the words I spoke. "It's over, Brittany. They know everything, about the lies, the secrets, the betrayal, and now, so do I." Her tears finally spilled over, silent and desperate. "No," she whispered. "No, this can't be happening." But it was. And the woman I had loved, the woman I had trusted, was gone, replaced by someone I no longer recognized. "This is just the beginning," I said, my voice like ice, and I knew, without a doubt, there was no going back. In the end, I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to all of you. Your support and love have made this journey possible. Every like, comment, and subscription isn't just a number. It's your trust and encouragement that push me to do better every single day. This channel wouldn't be the same without you, and together we're going to reach even greater heights. I promise to keep bringing you amazing content, so stay tuned and keep spreading the love. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the best.